it's not gonna work, okay? So clean it first with a makeup wipe or soap and water. Even if they've had a long trip, so if it's been a 2-hour trip, you're gonna have to rewash their face because it's gonna be oily. So just use a makeup wipe. This is primer. Do not put moisturizer on your skin. You don't want primer and moisturizer because their makeup will melt off. So just clean their face with a makeup wipe, put the primer on, let it set for about a couple seconds. Everything has to dry. You can't just apply stuff. It has to dry, or it's just gonna melt off, or it's gonna rub off on their costumes. All right. Then you put the foundation on. If you haven't matched their colors already, make sure it's not either too dark or too light. Too dark, they're gonna look like a mask. Too light, yeah, they look crazy too. Some people use brushes. I use my hand. I think it's the best to use your hand, but make sure your hands are clean. Teens, make sure your hands are clean because a lot of them put their own makeup on, and this is after they just flipped and practiced, and then they put their dirty hands on their face and they're all breaking out. We have about 4 girls on the team who are going through puberty, so you got to keep your hands clean. All right, so that's her foundation. Your makeup will never be clean or nice without foundation. Ever, ever, ever. Have to have foundation on. All right. All right, now I'm going to prime her eyes. There's 2 types of primer, so if you saying, well, I primed her face already and then you put foundation on, you got to re-prime the eyes again because the foundation is now over top of that primer. So if you go put the, the eyeshadow, it's going to just slide off again. So you got to re-prime her eyes. We're doing a smoky eye and not the chair eye because you have too many costume changes. And I'm doing it on a brown baby and a light baby so that you can see it's both looks good, but they're 2 different looks. Same look, 2 different skin complexions. Now what I typically do too, can you get me a paper towel in the bathroom or just tissue? You want to kind of wipe down your brushes each time, unless you have 5 different brushes for each color. Most people don't. Most people use the same brush, which I'm going to use the same brush. But otherwise, you're going to cause all your stuff to blend in, which is not what you want. Now, I already know someone's mommy's going to do this. They're going to use, because they didn't want to go get a dry paper towel, they're going to use this. And this is wet, so then now you're gonna mess this all up if this is wet. So don't try to keep this as dry as you can. Do the white first. White always goes on top. You'll see that it's falling below. Don't worry about that. Worry about that last. Just let it fall. I take it all the way in to their teardrop. It makes their eyes look bigger. No matter even if your daughter does have bigger eyes, some people have short, some people have bigger, some people have longer. Just take it all the way to the teardrop. Okay. Again, do not think about cleaning it up until the very last minute. Just put it on. If you're thinking it's heavy, then you're doing it right. Then I dry it off because I'm going to switch colors. Now this is black. You're going to be like, what? They're going to look goth, but they're not going to look goth. you notice too, I go out some, I don't stop here. If it was like a natural look on a grown person, you would typically stop there. But when you're performing, you take it out and makes your eyes look bigger. Now this is black, so you're gonna really have to try to get that off. Now we gotta blend these two colors together right here. So I usually pick, and you can play around with different colors, but I'm gonna do on her this pinkish color on the in-betweens. And what it does is it softens it back up so it's not so harsh. And it'll blend the white and the black together. Now what you don't want to do is go too high. You cover the white back up. Don't do that. Okay. So now what I do is take your makeup wipe and start cleaning up because it's fell all over the place. Then you're going to do her black liquid. Close your eyes. And you're going to start from the inside. I've seen some of you put this on and you act like you're painting a picture. You don't want to go back and forth like that. Go one way. And then you're actually going to take it out all the way up, like that. Sorry, pushing you around. Okay. If it's kind of dry, so like she may need to get a new one of these, and then I'm going to take it up again like that. So there's her wings on her face. Now this is the tricky part. This is mascara and it's very tricky. So what you tell them to do is look at you. They're going to blink and they're going to do the very most. But if you try to put this on when their eyes are closed, that's when you are going to get those raccoon eyes. So let them blink. They can blink if they want to.